This is KBOI 2 News this morning on the CW.
Good morning. I'm Kelsey Anderson. It is Monday, August 21st, but you already knew that. Big day. Thousands of people waking up ready to watch a rare solar eclipse pass throughout Idaho. KBOI 2 is coverage from both ends of the Gem State. Good morning. Meteorologist Nate Larson, he's in Idaho Falls. And my co-anchor, you'll probably notice he's not sitting here because he's in Weiser to show us the small town that's becoming packed with eclipse watchers. Brian, how's it?
Oh, good morning, Kelsey. Everything is going ship-shape beautifully this morning in Weiser. Beautiful setup for us here. This slot that we're in, 280 spaces, costs about $100 each. Yeah, they've been sold out. No one else is coming in this slot, but Weiser is getting busy. Now, the question is, this is something, the path of totality, making its way across the U.S. that has happened once in the last 99 years. So everyone we've talked to all over the country, we've asked, have you seen an eclipse? And we get the answer over and over again, no. Well, we're going to change that. We've met one man so far, Doug, who's from the Bay Area in California, that has seen an eclipse. Doug, we know out of all the places this morning, you did not expect to be on the local news, but you did check out an eclipse in South America. What people here in Weiser, people that will be making the trip to see it, what's it like? You were just saying it's pretty much a wonderful sight.
I think the first thing that they'll see is it'll start to get gradually darker up until totality. When it hits totality, you'll see the moon in front of the sun. And to me, one of the biggest surreal experiences is that you'll see a 3D sphere. So ordinarily our expectation of a moon is that you see a small white sphere circle up in the sky in the dark, but the moon is much bigger than that. To see this big sphere move through the atmosphere is really an exhilarating experience. But there's something more to that because of the geometry and the sheer scale of things. And so regardless of languages, people are oohing and ahhing just like when they see fireworks. Yeah. It's that sort of experience.
And you're a Google engineer, so we'll trust you that this is, everyone's going to be oohing and ahhing. And you're saying, you know, out of among, 7 wonders, an eclipse is up there and one of the best sights you'll ever see.
I've seen most of the, if not all of the 7 wonders, the Great Wall, the Grand Canyon, and you're surprised and awed by the sheer scale of those monuments. But when you see the eclipse, that sheer scale is something that makes it seem even greater than the 7 great wonders of the world, the man-made wonders, right?
All right, well, if you weren't ready for the eclipse now, Doug has gotten you ready. He's going to be a pump-up man. We're going to get a CD with you.
You have to see it once in your life.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Doug. If you're making your way to Weiser, get ready. Everyone else is as well. For now, though, we'll check in with Nate Larson across the state in eastern Idaho. Nate, what's going on over there?
Good morning. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, we're here in Idaho Falls, just overlooking the falls here, and I can't be more excited about the sun that's starting to come up. It's gorgeous out here, but also I've been freezing all morning long. We've been in the low 50s, and although it's not that cold, it's cool enough. I've been shivering and shaking, so I couldn't be more excited about the sun and the crystal clear skies that we're seeing here on the eastern side of the state. It's going to be a fantastic viewing day for the total solar eclipse, and we've been running into folks all morning long. We're starting to see a little more traffic out here on the green belt, which is where we are right now. We ran into folks from Alabama, from Vegas, several folks in Utah as well. We ran into a gentleman from Southern California this morning. We've got Sam that's joining us. Sam, tell us what brought you out today?
It's the eclipse and the famous Idaho potato.
Famous Idaho potato, that's right. So you're doing a little sightseeing along with the eclipse today, huh?
Yes, I'll be looking at this river, the Snake River, and how beautiful the town is. Yeah. And then go up Montana tomorrow.
Montana. So is this a trip you've had planned solely around the eclipse, or you were planning on seeing these other things all along?
The eclipse first.
The eclipse first?
And then secondary things is Grand Teton and Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Those are all great locations to visit. What are you most excited about with the eclipse today?
I haven't seen a full eclipse like this one is. I've seen a partial one, but not something like this.
Awesome. Well, we're all excited. You brought your glasses, right?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm safe.
Safe. Awesome. Well, we're excited for you to be here to see it. It's going to be an awesome day here in eastern Idaho. As you can tell, it's beautiful out right now. Sun just starting to come up. We're going to have lots more to come coming up here in Idaho Falls. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Nate. And hi to our new friend Sam right there, too. This is a live look at Cascade, another place that is within the path of totality this morning. We're around the 60-degree mark here within the Treasure Valley and across the state. Things are going to be warming up just in time for the wonderful eclipse that we've all been waiting for months and in some cases years. So it's going to be a great conditions outside. Stay tuned, though, because I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect when it comes to cloud coverage and certain cities that are going to be in that path. Kelsey?
All right, thank you so much, Lauren. We're taking a quick look at traffic. We have I-84 here. Doesn't look too bad. You saw lots of people already in Weiser, already in Idaho Falls. They are ready, but lots of people expected to swarm those areas later on today. So just be prepared to hit some traffic. Please be patient out there to view this solar eclipse. Your next update on weather and traffic is always less than 10 minutes away on KBOI 2 News this morning. Well, let's take a look at what we can expect today. The penumbra. It's an odd word, I know, but that's the partial shadow cast by the moon, and it will enter Idaho at 10:10 this morning. Then at 11:25, the umbra that enters Idaho near Weiser. The umbra is the spot where all of the direct sunlight is blocked by the moon. You can expect about 2 minutes of total darkness if you are in that path of totality. Here in Boise, we'll see if it gets darker. It won't be that full eclipse. We will have 99.6% totality here. The umbra will be in Idaho Falls. That's where Nate Larson and our friend Sam are. That hits Idaho Falls around 11:35. Then just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, it'll be over. The sky should be back to normal around that time. Boise State, they're getting in on the fun. BSU will host an eclipse watching party today. It starts at 10 a.m. on the quad. All students, faculty, staff, and their families are encouraged to go. By the way, classes there will not start until 1 p.m. today to make sure everyone gets a chance to watch. And a festival already underway in Cascade, the Lunatic Friends Music and Camping Festival. That started over the weekend. It lasts until tomorrow morning at the Sports Park on Main Street. Well, you can follow the solar eclipse as it moves across the country today. We've teamed up with our sister stations across the country to provide you a rare look at the eclipse as people all across the U.S. will see it happen. This is only on idahonews.com and the KBOI2 Facebook page. And then at 11 a.m., we will have a live look at the eclipse as it passes through Idaho with reporters in Weiser, Brian Levin, and Idaho Falls. Nate Larson, he's there. We are looking forward to watching history unfold together with you today. Turning to some of the top stories around the world today, search and rescue missions are now underway off the coast of Singapore after a U.S. Navy destroyer collided with a merchant ship. This happened last night aboard the USS John McCain. At least 5 sailors are now hurt. 10 others are missing. That ship very damaged, as you just saw, with a gaping hole in its side. President Trump tweeted out thoughts and prayers for the sailors on board. Senator John McCain did the same. McCain is a Navy veteran, but the ship is actually named after his father and grandfather. The White House will announce a new policy on Afghanistan tonight. President Trump is scheduled to address the nation about a path forward on the issue. The president will give his announcement from the Fort Myer area in Virginia. The president tweeted the decision came after meetings with military leaders at Camp David over the weekend. Defense Secretary Mattis says after meeting with the president, he's confident with this strategy.
The process was rigorous and it involved all members of the cabinet, of the national security staff.
KBOI 2 News will have live coverage of this address tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. And new this morning, while a nationwide debate grows over the removal of Confederate statues, the University of Texas made their decision. Take a look. Overnight, the school began taking down its Confederate statues from its campus. The university's president says this is a direct result from the violence in Virginia last week. He says the statues have been symbols of modern white supremacy and neo-Nazism. All right, Lauren, the woman of the hour is what I've been calling you all morning long because the great solar eclipse, it is here. We are the second state to see its path, and Oregon, it'll hit Oregon first, then come our way. And it's coming, but I think we need really good weather for it. That's one thing. And then we need nice traffic to be able to go see it. So weather, that's the first part. And it is shaping up to be pretty nice.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kelsey, weather is covered. I think things are going to be looking really great for the Great American Eclipse. We're going to be having some pretty nice cloud coverage as well, so shouldn't be too bad in terms of affecting your view. This is a live look at Idaho Falls. Look at that sun coming up this morning. That sun isn't going to be there for a while at around 11:20 because it's going to be eclipsed by the moon, which will be an historical view that we've been waiting for months and in some cases years to see. Taking a look at the futurecast, this will show us exactly what we're looking for in terms of what the cloud coverage. Right now it looks pretty nice here. This is radar showing us that there's not a lot of clouds, just a few thin high clouds, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue when it comes to the viewing experience itself. Here in the Boise area, we're going to be seeing 99.6%. It's going to be sandwiched within these two slime tots here. It's going to be around 72 degrees then, so things are going to be pretty nice as we're seeing it then. And then we're going to be taking a look coming up about the conditions and what they're going to be like in the sky. What are they going to be like from city to city? And there's actually one viewing area that has the total eclipse where things could get just a little bit hazy. Stay tuned because I'll tell you that coming up. Kelsey?
All right, thank you, Lauren. As she mentioned, weather is covered. Okay, let's talk about traffic now, though. We'll send it out to Ron O'Brien for a look at that.
As far as the freeways go, we've got some moderate volume, but speeds have been good, and I've got to say it's a little better than usual, at least for right now on the inbound commute, I-84 eastbound that we normally would see coming through Nampa. Nothing big building up. Be careful as you deal with some sun glare, of course, traveling east depending on the angle of your drive. And as Brian will tell you, volume is heavy enough in Weiser. Highway 95 gets pretty heavy traffic directly in Weiser, trying to navigate around Highway 95 right through downtown, East Main Street tying into Highway 95 or East 7th. Right in that area of downtown Weiser, a little on the busy side, but nothing major to report as far as accidents. Heavier volume on Highway 21, we understand, in some areas trying to go north towards Idaho City. Highway 55, probably a little more volume than what you normally see on a weekday going north as well. From the 670 KBOI studios, I'm Ron O'Brien.
All right, thank you so much, Ron. Your next update on weather and traffic is always less than 10 minutes away on KBOI 2 News this morning. Straight ahead on KBOI 2 News this morning, it's the nationwide event millions are waiting for. But how will your pet respond to the eclipse? We'll show you how animals may react. That's coming up next. And people in Weiser waking up this morning. It is 7:12. Good morning, Weiser. I'm pretty sure that's the coffee line. Yep. And then here's Idaho Falls. These are just two of the cities in Idaho that will view the solar eclipse today, and we are live there throughout the morning. Let's go to our question of the day. First, let's take a look at Friday's question. People use this more on Fridays than any other day of the week. This is a great answer. An ATM. All right, today's question. Where do people spend 4 seconds longer than they did 5 years ago because of texting? Great question today, but we need your help. Post your guesses on Facebook or Twitter.
This is KBOI 2 News this morning on the CW.
Oh, well, good morning, everyone. We're out here in Weiser, Washington County, waking up this morning, getting ready for the eclipse. And the problem is, though, everyone's excited, but not everyone knows what they're talking about. So we decided to find an astrophysicist. This is Samantha at Boise State. Are we geeking out? The day's almost here. Are we kind of ready for this?
We're geeking out.
All right,
we're really excited.
Out. Okay, you heard it. We're officially geeking out, everyone. But Boise State kind of has a big program that's up here, right? A lot of people are flooding Weiser, and Boise State's a part of that.
So right now at Boise State, we have a conference going on for astronomers called the Eclipse Conference, and we have astronomers from all over the world coming to Boise. And today we took a trip up to Weiser from Boise. We left this morning at 5 a.m. and now we're here ready to watch the eclipse. We have about 5 busloads of astronomers and their family. So we're all really excited. Okay, and all those hundreds of people, are you here to ooh and ah, or are you here to, I guess, observe and do whatever astrophysicists do? We're kind of just here to enjoy the eclipse. We're not doing any real science here today. We're just taking it all in. Okay, so that's the definition of geeking out, yeah. just taking it all in. Okay, Samantha, thank you very much. You have astrophysicists here enjoying it. You have people that just decided to drive over and see what the eclipse is like. Reporting live in Weiser, Brian Levin, KBOI 2 News.
And we have our Brian Levin in Weiser. He's going going to enjoy it as well. Thanks, Brian. Well, with today's natural phenomenon, you might be wondering how animals might respond. Well, experts say you shouldn't have to worry about your pets being frightened by the eclipse because they probably won't even notice it's happening. Good news there, I guess. What they might notice, though, are large crowds. So if your dog is easily spooked, it's probably best to leave those pets at home. Other animals might take note as well. For example, birds, they might stop chirping when it gets dark. Other wild animals, they might hide thinking there's a storm. Some nocturnal bugs, such as mosquitoes, they might come out. So it's a good idea to bring bug spray if you're going to be outside. All right, have that bug spray handy, but this is something that is really worth viewing. Now, I've heard from several people, what's the big deal? You know, they are probably not even going to look out their window at this thing. But we heard from a guy who's seen the 7 natural wonders of the world, and he said this actually is up there on the list with the 7 natural wonders of the world. That is what really got me going and getting excited for it.
Just remarkable. And you know, you always wish when these types of things happen, Kelsey, that the weather will cooperate. It's such a huge letdown after months, sometimes years of planning when things are just stormy and cloudy, but that won't be the case here in Idaho. So we really lucked out, you guys. Perfect for this once-in-a-lifetime event. This is the live look outside Boise right now. We won't be in the path of totality, but we will be having a front row seat to this historical event. Much better than a lot of other places here in the country. 99.6% of the eclipse will be here. But for our friends in Idaho Falls, we have our meteorologist Nate Larson there. It'll be a very wonderful day if you want to go and see it there. Highs of 84 degrees, and the umbra eclipse, that is when it's fully over the moon, will start at around 11:35 a.m. So be sure to tune in to KBOI 2 News midday on Channel 2 CBS to watch that. It should be remarkable to see history in the making. Now, for our friends in Stanley, I do want to point this out. This is probably the only place of the many cities in Idaho that have been having some issues when it comes to the path of totality and viewing. Just a little bit of smoke will be there, but you know, aside from that, it should be pretty nice. A high of 81 over for our friends in Stanley as well. And for here in Boise, should be pretty nice. We should be around the 70, low 70 mark during that eclipse time. Sun shines, maybe a few high clouds, but it shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty nice outside. And satellite and radar is going to be showing us just a little bit of some high pressure coming into our area. We're going to be seeing a little bit of those low clouds because of this low pressure, but it shouldn't be too bad. The only problem is that it could affect a little bit coming into Wednesday with some rain clouds just in time for the very first day of school. But if we take a look here at our 7-day forecast, you can see the majority on that board is sunshine, 91 degrees here in the Boise area for the eclipse. So Kelsey, it should be a pretty nice week heading up.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren. I don't like hugs, but I might give you a big hug today for this forecast. All right, Ron O'Brien, you want a hug too? Is it nice traffic out there?
Well, of course I want a hug. Hugs are good. Yeah, traffic's really not bad at all. I've got to say it's a little better than usual as far as the freeways go. We've got some volume coming east on 84, and be careful as you deal with some sun glare, but nothing major going. And so far, westbound traffic, Boise towards Ontario, good. Ontario, another one of those prime viewing spots. Highway 95, of course, you're going to have some heavy traffic right through downtown Weiser, much more than what they normally would see, but we don't have anything major going so far this morning. It's been pretty calm. From the 670 KBOI studios, I'm Ron O'Brien.
All right, thank you so much, Ron. Your next update on weather and traffic is always less than 10 minutes away on KBOI 2 News this morning. We hope you join us again tomorrow. Thousands of students head back to school in just a few days. Sorry, kiddos. I always loved school, though. Chances are, though, your child has a supply list. Well, should you stick to it or buy fewer items and save your hard-earned cash? KBOI 2's Natalie Hirsch shows us one Treasure Valley teacher's guide to school supply shopping.
We've got markers, pencils, and dry erase markers, eraser. Those are some of the basics so that when we do art or different activities, they have what they need.
Third grade teacher Rebecca Plant is just days away from marking her 14th year in the classroom. She showed us what she suggests her students bring the first day of school and why.
Glue, a pencil pouch or pencil box just to have all their things neatly organized. Otherwise, they're searching all over the place in their desk for things.
Rebecca teaches at Gem Prep Nampa. Administrators sent out this year's school supply list with the last report card before summer. It's to help parents plan ahead and not spend too much.
I would say within the $30 range.
Gem Prep Nampa has personalized instruction, and students work in small groups. They write on whiteboards to spell out answers to teachers' questions and use dry erase markers on tables to solve math problems. The learning process is hands-on for a reason.
So when they have that chance to do it hands-on, they really see the why. And in connecting it to the real world. Why do I need to know this?
And that means lots of classroom supplies that Rebecca buys on her own dime.
I would say easily we could spend $100, $200.
Gem Prep Nampa principal Stacy Walker encourages parents to invest in education. She asks parents to donate 20 hours a year toward their child's education and suggests buying supplies beyond traditional pencils and erasers for online education.
So one of the things on their supply list is headphones, so they get to pick their different headphones and bring that in, and that's a really critical piece to our learning.
Both educators say an annual supplies list may feel daunting to parents, but there's one thing to remember when shopping. Think of it as an investment in your child, an investment in their future.
So we really want to give them skills so that when they are looking for college and career ready positions, when they graduate, that they have the skill set to be successful in jobs that may not even exist now.
Well, coming up, as the country prepares for the solar eclipse, we are gearing up throughout Idaho. We're talking about back to school, but this comes first. This is a live look at Weezer. Thousands are there to catch the show later on today. We will have coverage from Weezer and Idaho Falls throughout the day. Make sure to tune in to our midday show. That starts at 11 a.m.
This is KBOI 2 News this morning on the CW.
7:25. Happy Eclipse Day, everyone. We are out throughout the state as thousands gather for this event. This is a live look in Weezer, the center of the universe, as Brian Levin mentioned earlier. Maybe not that, but thousands are expected to be here. 8 busloads just showed up from Boise State this morning, and that's not even half of it. Wherever you are for the eclipse, send us your photos of the experience. It's a big day in Idaho. You can post them on our KBOI2 Facebook page, and be sure to watch KBOI2 News at 11 a.m. We will show you the total solar eclipse live on air from Boise, Weezer, and Idaho Falls. Wow. 99.6 totality here in Boise, so not that full totality, but Weezer and Idaho Falls will see it. And we just met a man who said viewing the total solar eclipse is on par with watching or going to visit one of the 7 wonders of the world.
I thought that was just remarkable.
Yeah.
You know, at least the weather is going to be just really being kind to us today. We're going to be a high around 91 degrees, mostly clear skies, so things should be really nice there too, Kelsey.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. Let's go to our question of the day. Where do people spend 4 seconds longer than they did 5 years ago because of texting? I don't love the answer.
Stoplights. That's not good.
Yeah, put the phone away when you're behind the wheel. Oh, look at that. Idaho Falls. We will be there live at 11 a.m. Catch us live 11 until 12 today.
Take the news with you on the radio, 670 KBOI. And for news and information 24 hours a day, click on idahonews.com.